A Russian ballistic missile hits an apartment building in Ukraine, President Volodymyr Zelensky's hometown. At least 8 people were injured in that attack. That attack is one of multiple to hit cities in eastern and southern Ukraine today, killing at least 6 people and injuring around 30 more. As President-elect Trump prepares for his second term in office, new details are now emerging by his efforts to end the ongoing war in Ukraine. Greg Pelcott has more.
Russian forces launching a massive airstrike on southern and eastern Ukraine on Monday, killing multiple people and injuring dozens more. The Washington Post is reporting President-elect Trump recently spoke with Russian President Vladimir Putin and urged him not to escalate the war. But Putin's spokesperson denies the call took place. Trump also spoke with Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelenskyy last week as questions remain about what his second term in office means for the conflict.
If President Putin has a victory in Ukraine, and the other fear is that more further abroad, the Chinese would get the wrong sort of lesson if President Putin is seen to succeed.
Trump has vowed to end the war quickly, but he's criticized the scale of U.S. military support for Ukraine, raising concerns he would abandon Kyiv in its fight. The White House says President Biden will urge Trump not to walk away from Ukraine during a meeting this week.
It should be up to the United States and a coalition of nations that we have built to continue to supply Ukraine with the means to defend itself against brutal Russian aggression.
It comes as both sides ramp up the fighting more than 2 years into the conflict. Over the weekend, Ukrainian and Russian troops fired a record number of drones at one another, including some that targeted Moscow. Most of those were shot down. Ukraine's attack on Moscow was the biggest drone strike on Russia's capital since the beginning of the war. In London, Greg Palcott, Fox 32 Chicago. Brian, back to you.